Being the graduate in year 2023, well, the Rabbit Zodiac will experience massive transformations and keep on thriving. So stay tuned to find out more. So before we get started, let us take a glimpse back into the year 2022 where you are supported by all these stars. So the first one is the Sun Nobleman star, which brings magnanimous kind of a nobleman who can shed more light into your life, help you see your whole life in a big picture as well. And next, you are supported by the Heavenly Yi Nobleman. Well, this brings easier to attract helpful people to come into your life when you need help the most, and this will also attract more opportunity whenever you have some difficulties, someone will be able to lend their hand to assist you in most of the matters. And next is the Sky Noble star. Well, the Sky Noble star brings skill set mastery, ability to learn or master particular subjects or skill set, and throughout this process will also boost your popularity and fame as well. And next is the Peach Blossom star. Well, the Peach Blossom star brings likability, attractions, where people find you more attractive and easier to get connected with. And you are also affected by some of the negative stars, such as the Salty Pool, which bring short-term hit and run kind of relationship and mostly driven by lust or desire. And Yearly Sharp, basically the Yearly Sharp brings massive obstacles, sabotage when you're trying to, push out or pursue certain projects or goals. Somehow they bound to be a lot of sabotage. People just try to block you and slow you down your progress. And next is the Sky Emptiness, which is what we call the NATO. No action, talk only, where you keep boasting about your ideas and somehow your ideas may be even being copied and take by other people, where they go and turn it into reality, and that could actually cause you some lethargic, and which brings the next star, which is the Bad Chi. The Bad Chi basically complaining, just keep talking about the negative energy, keep releasing your negative energy because you don't feel satisfied and you keep complaining, and this drains you yourself, feeling lethargic because you're feeling so helpless when you have a lot of ideas but somehow you didn't manage to execute it because you keep talking and no action. Well, these are some of the potential signal. But nevertheless, that is year 2022. So let us check out what's in store for you in year 2023. Well, you are supported by all these sets of auspicious star. The first one is the General star. Well, I think having this star supporting you basically will also attract your increase your social ranking, or perhaps your authority, your role has shift, you may even be promoted. Well, basically this also brings you more higher important responsibility as well. So it will also indirectly attract heavier workload where you have to make major important decisions. So this year is a year for you to actually find out what work and what no longer work, because you have to help the organizations or your own business to be how to value add into servicing other people, and how to actually achieve the missing puzzle that you have been wishing, that you have been aiming, that you discover. Those are the important improvement that required for yourself or your own business this year. So make sure this year you have to figure out what is important and set the priority and move ahead, because you are supported by the Heavenly Yi Nobleman. The Heavenly Yi Nobleman, basically you will still continue to receive a lot of support, helpful people to assist you. Perhaps it's time for you to delegate your authority, allow other people to assist you to solve all the tiny little gritty, all this minor stuff, that so you can focus on running the bigger show. Okay, so you are also supported with the Sky Noble star. Well, Sky Noble will also continue supporting you together with some of the what we call academic ultimate learning capability kind of stars, such as the Study Hall and Intelligence. Well, first of all, the Sky Noble is all about skill set mastery, ability to master particular skill set, become the expert of particular industry. This will also increase your intelligence. So somehow this year and last year, you have been gaining a lot of momentum to learn and master a lot of subjects. So take advantage of all these stars to become the expert, to become the indispensable one, so you can increase your own value. Okay, The intelligence star also boosts your ability to dissect complex information, where you somehow find it is easier for you to understand any skill set, any subject. So this is also boosting your ability to gain, go for some examinations, accreditations, for some certifications as well. So hopefully you are able to gain additional value to level up yourself, and eventually subsequently also will increase your own value. Because why? You are supported and blessed with this golden log star. Well, the golden log star actually brings positive boost into your wealth generation. So for those who are working for other people's, well, it will also increase your perhaps your own salary, your what we call the bonus. And for those business owners, it will also increase your overall net profit as well. Hopefully you are able to increase your own value by able to offer more value. It will subsequently increase your ability to generate more wealth. So hopefully you are able to tap on all this positive stuff and start to claim the power and start to draft what need to happen and what kind of accreditations you need, what kind of qualifications you need in order to be on top of your own game. So nevertheless, you are also affected by some of the negative stars, such as the Grand Duke. First of all, the Grand Duke, a lot of people thought that being the Grand Duke is bad. Well, it is bad if you don't understand how it works. Basically, the Grand Duke is the excessive energy which is influenced by the Jupiter star, and you will feel more overwhelmed, and suddenly you are feeling the aggression, you are suddenly feeling you wanted to do more, and somehow you're more active. And if you don't know how to channel this energy, it will stuck in your mind, and eventually your thoughts you'll be overwhelmed, and it's going to make you more temperamental, more aggressive. So hopefully you are able to channel that energy in your workspace, in doing certain activities where the energy will be properly executed out. And this is actually a positive start in our experience. Because why? Having this kind of boost will also help you to gain the personal breakthrough. For those who have been experienced stagnation in life and they were craving for some major breakthrough in their life, they were seeking for opportunity. Well, this year you are affected by the Sword Age, where the Sword Age brings a competitive environment where you are forced to stay ahead of your game, and this kind of environment will be very fast-paced going on. And having that said, together with the Grand Duke and also the General Star, it will force you to thrive and being able to, being pressured to perform, and it's going to break you out of your comfort zone. So I think this is going to be a positive usage if you know how to use. And for those who have been contemplating, has been procrastinating, well, this is the year where you are pushed to actually to execute your ideas. So nevertheless, you are also affected by the hidden corpse. Well, the hidden corpse basically talk about potential of hidden illnesses, and you have to avoid all this, as you know, during this pandemic, there are still a lot of potential bacteria, unhealthy, unhygienic kind of infections surrounding us, and you have to be extra careful. And by the way, for those who are planning to have a baby, planning for their conceive, well, make sure this year, because with both of this negative star, you have to be able to take extra precautions to take good care of your own health and be more conscious and be more safe in navigating kind of dangerous environment. And I would advise you try to stay away, avoid those unhygienic places or any places which can potentially cause harm to the pregnancy. And next, you are also affected by what we call the sky cry. Well, the sky cry is basically emotional struggle. Because why? When your body and your spirit, your mind are moving ahead, your inner child or perhaps your inner self may be feeling neglected, because most of the time our inner child will crave to play. But when you are getting into a serious mode, it will somehow misalign and no longer align. And when the misalignment is winded up, that's where it causes the emotional. So normally this kind of emotion can be solved by either, for those who are born with the rabbit, I would advise you to watch those biography or watch those emotional sharing experience from all those inspirations, successful people, how they struggle and their pain, their emotional, their story, and turn all these inspirations, all these emotional energy which is making you cry to become your source of inspirations, where it's going to propel you to make a more positive insights, because you can turn all these informations into your drive, into your fuel, into your passion. So overall, for those who are born with the Rabbit Zodiac, well, as you can see, you have a lot of positive boosts that if you don't aware, perhaps it will cause you to be more temperamental. But now that you're aware about all this energy, how all this work, then you have to start plan what you need to get done. So no longer have any delay, no longer, you have to end all the procrastinations or the, I'm still seeking for perfection. There's no perfection. This year, go out, be agile, fail fast, wake up fast, change fast, adapt fast, and also deploy fast. And next, we have to find out where does the Rabbit Zodiac appear in your chart, because in our life, we may have up to potential of 4 different Zodiac. So you have to find out what is the Zodiac in your year, month, day, and hour pillar, because each of them will govern different aspect of life. So let's say, for those who are born in the year of Rabbit, the year pillar governs your network, friends, peers, competitors, your industry, the market, and all this group of external people of you. You may find that this year they could be easier for you to meet those highly influential people, and they could be some high-ranking officer, could be someone, could be from the CEO level or management, from directors, and they are also perhaps having all the academic and learning star supporting as well. So there are high chance you may meet them. They are so driven to upgrading themselves through joining some courses, and throughout this process, perhaps you can tap into this network and learn from them, and how you can actually gain more insights and how they actually drive themselves, and so you too can gain some inspiration and learn from their experience, and how they can actually be more driven into materialize their dreams. And next, for those who are born in the month of Rabbit, this is very important because the month governs our career, business, the things that we do in order to generate more wealth. So basically, this is the power pillar. So if you are born in the month of Rabbit, basically this means that this year your career will be more high impact, where you'll be going on to the high gear, where there'll be a lot of massive workflow, massive workforce, and also a lot of workload as well, because everything is going to move in a more aggressive manner. So when it's affecting your work, it also requires you, perhaps you may be being positioned in a more important role this year, where you have to take charge, take lead, support and lead your other colleagues to to reach to a certain goal. At the same time, you are perhaps supported or given opportunity to join some courses, learn some new skill set, learn how to lead. Perhaps that will help you a lot as well. And also being able to serve, and eventually I will recommend you to level up yourself to be able to master or basically understand how your own entire business work, become the one so indispensable that you will be eventually rewarded. Because why? You are supported and blessed with the golden log star, which brings perhaps increment on top of your salary. Perhaps you will gain some shares, who knows? So it is up to you how you can negotiate your way. And for those who are born in the Rabbit day, well, the day pillar basically governs your relationship and your personal growth. So when it comes to personal relationship, for those who are single, well, last year you have the Peach Blossom star. I hope you managed to, catch the last boat. And for those who are already in a relationship, so you may have tendency wanted to make some change in your relationship status. And normally it's either, if you are not being able to manage it, it may cause some breakup. But if you are able to manage and able to communicate pretty well with your other half, perhaps it's time for you, the both of you seal the deal. Most easier chance to get married this year is quite probably. And for those who already get married, so make sure they are potential change of the dynamics between the both of you, how the both of you interact with each other. So I would advise you, because you are supported by some of the nobleman star, and also the most important is the ultimate learning star. So having that said, it's time perhaps for you to learn how to actually shape up your relationship goal. How the both of you learn more about how to manage your expectations and how to actually build a more meaningful relationship, more meaningful kind of family, and this will subsequently will propel the both of you to learn from each other, having the space of improvement. It will increase more chances for the both of you to find the gap, how to complementing each other. So for those who are born in the hour of rabbit, well, you are going to receive a lot of positive boosts, because what we call in the hour pillar, it also governs your investment, your asset, your aspirations, your dreams. So being the grandeur in your hour pillar, it will denote that somehow this year you may feel, you wanted to experience some major shift in your mindset. You wanted to actually learn some new skill set, how to rediscover your own life purpose. And when it comes to investment, because you are blessed with the golden lock and also what we call the additional energy of the Jade Hawk, which boosts increment in terms of your investment value, and it could also boost the increased value in terms of your asset as well, because the hour pillar also governs asset. So hopefully you are able to take advantage of both of these stars, but at the same time you must also learn how to increase the value through your skill set, your ability to understand the market pattern, trend, so how you can actually elevate the value of your investment. So overall, for those who are born with the Rabbit Zodiac in year 2023, actually it's been quite a thriving year for you if you already aware that all this energy were meant to be channeled into creation instead of channeling it into your emotion. So make sure you are able to take advantage of all these positive and negative stars, so you can take the next right actions that's suitable for your own personal goal. Okay, so here as you can see, there are some of the list of that I have simplified the the positive boost, which is the power, authority, decision making, leadership. These are the things that you need to do, you need to learn. And excessive aggressive energy will boost your overall vitality, your energy, and this will actually can be channeled into physical action, which is more I would advise it to be able to create more tangible results through this process. Next, all eye will be on you, because you are also influenced by the Duke's arrival star, which means that everyone will be eyeing on you. Somehow this year in your career especially, people will just, if there's any issue, anything arises, well, you're the first go-to person. Next is the increase of earning interest investment, because you are boosted together with the wealth star. Likability, popularity, fame increase. Blessed with helpful and inspiring noblemen, powerful learning star, which boosts your academic and perhaps your level up in terms of your skill set, your ability to become indispensable one. Powerful learning star, which also boosts your academic examinations, certifications, scoring. So perhaps for those business owners who wanted to, get the ISO certifications for their business, well, perhaps it's time for you to attain that level, so you can eventually grow your business value, position it in a more higher ranking, and gain the authority level. And you are also affected by all this pullback factor, namely the easily provoked arguments, disputes. Well, this is when you don't know how to channel your energy into your physical action, and if all the energy just went up to your mind, it will make you feel, easily triggered, temperamental, more sensitive. Next is the low immunity, avoid unhygienic places, hidden illnesses, sudden health attack. Well, competition increase, well, caused by the sword age, well, this will push you to be able to thrive. Next is the potential injury, or being indecisive could actually injure you as well. And emotional suppressed, easy cry, well, perhaps you can just watch some Korean movies, some emotional, sentimental kind of clips, video, to actually allow you to flow that sense of energy, so you can reconnect with your own emotional side of you. And lastly, this is the to-do list where you have to spot out these are the important months where you have to do more. So especially during the July, October, November, these are the months that you have to do more to be able to execute more important activities. And try to avoid making any major decisions during December, April, June, or September, because this month are clashing with your energy, so it will cause you some issues. So make sure you are able to analyze your circumstances or your decision making, gain support through some data analytical, with more data to support your decision making will be better. And lastly, you're also having the best pair, because the dog and the rabbit are combining stars. So with these combinations, the both of you, because the dog this year have a lot of power and authority stars supporting them. So perhaps you can tap on to those who are born with the dog zodiac, and perhaps they can assist you in certain area. And you are also having the 3 harmony alliances, which is with the pig and goat. Well, the pig zodiac this year, there'll be a lot of food feasting, a lot of food enjoyment party. So perhaps it's time for you to meet more people who are born with the pig zodiac to go out for party in case you are being emotional suppressed. So use food is also a cure. And lastly, for those who are born with the goat zodiac, could be very important to you this year because they are blessed with a lot of auspicious stars. So make sure you are able to tap into all this network, find them right now so you can plan your important activities on these months as well. So that's all from me, John of Lee from Royal Energy. I will be sharing more videos and guide into my YouTube channel as well as my website. So please do like this video and subscribe to my channel, and remember to hit the bell icon to get notification every time when I publish anything new, especially with 八字、奇门遁甲、风水、易经, because there will be more stuff to help you in planning your year 2023 and thrive. So that's all from me. Once again, I'll be signing off and see you in the next video. That's all from me. Bye bye.